Oh my God, it was just the craziest rush ever. I just stood there yelling, and then I felt like I was gonna pass out right after that. I was like, oh my God, I gotta sit down.
From down 0-4 in the grand finals to stage 5 major champions, the Minnesota ROKKR's comeback against Toronto Ultra is the greatest comeback in Call of Duty history.
CleanX wins one. Attach finishes it. It is done. The greatest comeback in the history of Call of Duty Esports. It's the Minnesota Massacre.
Now, the win wouldn't have been possible without a little bit of blood, sweat, and baseball. Here's how the Minnesota ROKKR achieved COD's greatest ever comeback. The Minnesota ROKKR entered the Stage 5 Major as heavy underdogs, a team barely on anyone's radar. Now, despite flashes of quality, including a top 4 finish at the Stage 2 Major, the roster hadn't shown themselves as potential champions. Despite being seated in the winner's bracket, they would have to run through star-studded rosters to even place top 4. But my God, they tore it up.
We were feeling really good. We beat FaZe, the only team to beat them in not a game 5 the whole season. And then we played Dallas, another team that just got second in the major before, beat them 3-1. Our confidence was at an all-time high.
We were really confident just because, I mean, obviously we were beating the top teams in the game. Our practice was really good too, so we were just all kind of like, hey, like as long as we play our game and work together, like we should be able to win.
In the winners finals, they would face Stage 2 champions Toronto Ultra, and with their confidence soaring, they tore them apart to a 3-0 victory, leading them to grand finals.
It's down to Cammy to make the play. He's gonna drop. They have done it. They're all on.
Oh, and sometimes that life advantage just doesn't matter. The clock working against you. MajorManiak with some multi-kills.
Toronto would then dispatch OpTic Chicago in the losers finals to set up a rematch for the ages. The stage was set, the fans were psyched. Minnesota had dominated the tournament and could crown their insane run with a title, but the Toronto Ultra had other plans.
I mean, obviously Toronto's a really good team. Nonetheless, kudos to them because they're nasty. But either way, I think that like them winning over OpTic and kind of having that starting heat definitely gave them like a lot of energy going into the match versus us. Kind of like a kickstart. And they kind of caught us when we weren't really that warm.
That's a huge win under their belt. Now an 80-point lead. Priestahh, though, we talked about it, has to be better today, and Standy, our game field feature player, a slow start as you would expect, as they are down almost 90 points in these first 2 hills.
We didn't get a real warm-up before the finals because all the other teams were out, and they played OpTic in losers finals, and we played against our coaches in like a 3v3 raid, so it wasn't the best warm-up to get like all the communication and everything warmed up. So we just kind of looked at the long run and the bigger picture, saying that all right, let's just try and like get into it, and we'll bring it back because it's a long series. Make it easy for each other.
At a time.
One
Be a long series, bro.
It's gonna be long, it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna win.
Yep.
Unfortunately, things went from bad to worse.
That might do it. It will. They just get smoked mid. The trap cuts them down. And a massive victory in the map 1. The same can be said in the map 2. Ultra rolling ROKKR right now.
And well, because of that, it delays them off the objective enough. And just like that, Ultra up 3-0 in the final.
It might have just gone out the window. Ultra break into courtyard. The glimmer is gone. The hope is shattered. The dreams of ROKKR and their fans, you feel slipping away. Is Ultra simply too good right now? One step away from getting our first 5-0 victory in a major final.
Minnesota were on the verge of being clean swept in humiliating fashion, and after dominating the bracket, their tournament run would come to an end.
I just think it was a new day, and they're a really good team. So when you're playing Call of Duty, it's so day-to-day. That one gunfight you win, or that one good spawn that you get can literally change the course of everything. And I think they were just firing on all cylinders. They were just playing really well, really smart. They were gunning us the first 4 maps. All right, let's go out there, do our thing. And we were really good at Miami S&D. We have a really good record on that map. Let's see if we can take this map, and then we'll go from there.
And wow, did they get off to the perfect start.
Playing very patiently though, so you have a rotation here, but Cammy, he tries to hop the wall, and yeah, they're gonna hear that audio cue. So now it is down to Bance with the cricket hand, and there we go. ROKKR are on the board.
Ah, let's hear it. They're on the board. Maybe the final starts now. They're gonna bring it back, Joe. Map by map, get it all the way to a final map. Oh, we've seen it happen in best of 5s. We've seen it happen in best of 7s. Never in a best of 9.
We had like a little bathroom break. We were just sitting there talking to each other, and we were just kind of like, it's all good. Like, let's just have some fun up there. Like, hey, if we're gonna lose, like, we're gonna lose going down hard.
And the wins just kept on coming.
MajorManiak actually has the angle. The wall pain comes through. Cammy flies out, not gonna hit it. ROKKR close it out. And now 2 maps in a row for ROKKR on the brink of defeat. They've come to play. We've seen this before. A little hop, little chow. And it's Cammy last alive, 1 versus 4. Gets it down to a 1v3, but 30 seconds to go. And look where Bomb is on the map. Nice read, but it's not gonna matter because Standy, the movement, the gunny, it is there. And it's 3 maps in a row for ROKKR. I don't know how it's happening. I don't know what kind of magic is in the air, but I'm loving it. This has been unbelievable. Perhaps one for the history books. It's gunfight after gunfight going to ROKKR, and there's nobody close for Ultra. It's a map win for ROKKR. From 4-0 to 0-4, we are all tied up with 1 map to play.
From down 0-4, the Minnesota ROKKR had leveled out the series, and the fans were behind them.
It was just nuts because like so many people left kind of like when we were down 0-4 like inside of the building or at the event, and then like people started like, coming back in slowly when we were like starting to win and stuff.
Let's go, ROKKR!
It's always great to have the crowd on your side, but when we were going down 0-4, we would have a little good moment in the map, and then we would lose, and they cheer for us, but we're like, oh my god, like we're letting these guys down. But they stood by our side and kept on cheering for us, even when we were down 0-4. So shout out to them for always believing and having faith.
The final map was Raid Search and Destroy, statistically one of Toronto's best maps, but the ROKKR had just beaten them on it, and they were more than confident that they could do it again.
Bro, they didn't even take bathroom breaks because they already pissed themselves. Let's blow the roof off this joint.
And of all the players to show up, it was the rookie that got the job done.
On the site with 30 to go. Cammy able to get it back, but who is lurking? It is Standy as he starts it with the stick. He closes with the double. What a round from this young man. And he keeps it going. It's another plus 1. He is just pacing, picking them apart. 5 in a row from Standy to get going. Give him the aces. That's the third. Last man up. His teammate will get it, but it's Standy that takes the round.
And they back up to bedroom. The pressure coming towards him. MajorManiak gonna try to find the pick with Cammy. Try to do it. He can't, but it's Standy again.
How good, how talented is this young man?
While it was only 1 map of COD, Standy's clutch performance was more than years in the making, and it all started with a game of baseball.
I played him until I was like 15, 16, but like I played on like a travel team and stuff, and like I'd like to think that like I was pretty good. I had like a crazy play once where it's like bottom of the 9th, like base is loaded, it's kind of late, like there's like lights on in the stadium, like there's like fans on each side of the crowd, and like you just hear like talking, a bunch of chatter, but like when you're in the game kind of it's more so like quiet in the game, if that makes sense. Like coming down to the pitch, like you're just getting ready for the ball, and then like it happens all so fast, but like it's so like there's so much pressure, and like you catch the ball, everyone's just cheering, and it's just like it's kind of nuts, but it's an awesome feeling.
And Standy had taken this mentality into that final map.
I, for the most part, kind of like found it deep within myself, words of encouragement in my head, and just trying to zone in the moment and just be like, hey, like I want to be that guy to make that play, like kind of sort of thing. Like I want to be that person that's gonna end this, and like if there's anyone that can do it, it's me. And like that's kind of what I was telling myself, and then hey, it happened.
3v2 for Ultra on the retake. Attach brings it back. It's all going to be on to Standy. Can he go big once again? A beautiful shoulder to spot 1. 1 versus 1. 12 to go. Around and around we go, and no time left for the defuse. Standy once again.
The Minnesota ROKKR were on the verge of greatness, and after coming all this way, there's no chance they were going to let it slip.
They're going to catch him. He gets away for now. 50
He's got no time.
Just gets out
He's
of
got a plant.
Time is dwindling. There's the angle. CleanX wins 1. Attach finishes it. And it is done. The greatest comeback in the history It's the Minnesota Massacre!
Oh my God, it was just the craziest rush ever. But I would just sit there yelling, and then I felt like I was gonna pass out right after that. I was like, oh my God, I gotta sit down. So the fact that we battled back and then ended up winning, it literally felt like we were in a movie.
The ROKKR had completed the greatest comeback in Call of Duty history, stunning the esports world and leaving many questioning what they had just witnessed.
Was it the greatest Call of Duty comeback ever? Probably, just because it's a best of 9. That's so many maps, and very few teams and players would be able to do that because it's hard. Like, it definitely takes a toll on your mental, and it takes a certain type of team and certain type of players to actually believe in themselves to be able to do that.
I think it's definitely the greatest comeback so far. I don't think I see anyone like doing anything crazier just because we went down 0-4 and like we kind of did the impossible. But throughout the next few years of Call of Duty, if COD League keeps going on, it's still competitive, like I'm sure we're gonna see some crazy things happen eventually. There is definitely a chance.
And for Attach, there was only one way that he could beat that comeback.
Because everyone was joking around with me, saying like, you made a best of 3 reverse sweep, you made a best of 5 reverse sweep, you made a best of 7 reverse sweep, now a best of 9, now they got a best of 11s and you got to go down 0-5. And I'm just like, guys, that's not good for my heart. But you know, I'll be up for the challenge.